Hello everybody. It's Moko here with another video, and this time I'm doing something positive because the last celebrity videos have been horrible and the last political videos have been horrible. So it's time to do something nice. So this is a couple that someone requested a long time ago. I am going to do Leonardo DiCaprio and Gisele Bündchen. Gisele. Obviously, they're no longer together, but because of the reading that I did on Leo and his maybe current girlfriend, I don't know if they broke up yet. Camille, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'll add a link to it somewhere up here. But because I did a video for that, people really want to see what happened between he and Gisele. Are they friendly? Are they still talking? Blah blah blah. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So I already looked at oh, these are new cards, by the way. But I already looked at what Leo's personality is like as of 2021, but I think it may be interesting to see what it was like back when he was dating Gisele. So would that be like the mid to mid 2000s? For some reason 2005 comes up. I'm sure that's when they were dating. I think they were dating for a while, like 4 years, 5, 6, something like that. I think it could have been his longest or maybe second longest relationship. Anyway, so let's ask Leo. And normally, when I look at these past relationships, I have a specific deck, but I cannot find it right now. So let's just look at his personality back when he was dating Gisele. Very young, very young. Here, this page of Pentacles is actually my favorite page, mostly because he's intellectually curious, but it's also showing here and still here. Look at this. This is the same card that I got for him, and I think her name is Camila. So let's see. So here it looks like. So I mean, he wasn't really a player back then. I mean, I remember when he first came on the scene and he became popular after What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and especially after Titanic. That's when he started his whole model obsession, and I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember this, but like the Pussy Posse. Yeah, but I feel like while he was dating Gisele, he was a little bit more, he was young, but grounded. And I don't think that he had reached his new model every 2 or 2.5 year stage yet. So basically what it's telling me, his personality is he was all about the bag, all about getting his work done. I mean, I'm sure like he already reached multiple millionaire status even by that time when he and Gisele were dating, but he was all about his money, getting his money together. However, it seems like he felt as if he was being forced to make a choice between her and his career, and that was a choice that he was putting off. The funny thing here is that he actually thought about it. He thought about family life. He thought about starting something more concrete. I mean, obviously he's an actor, he's super famous, so his name is going to go down in history. But it seems like he was thinking, well, what if I do this with her? What if, you know? But it looks like here, even back then, this sort of thin-skinned, highly defensive, somewhat reactive. I feel like he's excitable. I don't think that he has a bad temper, but I think it's easy for people to get to him. Maybe he won't show it right away, but deep down he's sort of like, oh yeah, I got you. So yeah, so he thought about it, but I mean, as we know, eventually he decided to just walk away. You know, I choose my career over this. So let's see. Is there anything else you want to tell me? Oh, there is. There is. There is. See, here he is. So even though he's a Scorpio, he continues to show up as King of Wands, which makes sense because King of Wands is the career guy. He likes to travel. He likes to have sex. He likes to do things his own way. So this is showing that he did give it a chance. He did think about it. I'm not really seeing unfaithfulness here, but we'll see. He did give it a chance, but in the end, it's just like didn't work out. So interesting. All right, let's look at Gisele. Okay, so I looked at it. They dated from 1999 to 2005. That's why the number 2005 is in my head. So that's like six years. They probably broke up, made up, whatever. I don't really remember it. Okay, so let's look at Gisele back in 2005. So that's probably why he showed me that he walked away, because that's what he was facing as the year that they broke up. Okay, so Gisele, what was your personality like? Actually, no, let me ask, what is her personality like now in 2022? It is March 26, 2022. What's her personality like right now, Gisele? And what was her personality like when she was dating Leo? You guys want to know something funny? What's funny is that it seems like Leo has a soft spot for very sweet women. He does. He has a soft spot for sweet women. This is the same personality card that I got for Camila Morrone. This is the same one that I got for her twice. That, you know, it's like a soulmate connection. Also very sweet, nurturing, kind, healing. He likes sweet, sort of like puppy dog type of women. So anyway. Up top, this is Gisele's personality right now, and at the bottom, this is what she was like when she was dating Leo. The reason why I laugh is because here you can see how strategic she was. So I already have a sense about Gisele and what she got down with back then and potentially now, but she was highly strategic. She knew exactly what she wanted, who she wanted, how she wanted him, and how long she wanted him for. But I also feel like she could have been struggling with some mental difficulties. So I don't think it's really anything serious. It's more like anxiety or I don't know. It could have been social anxiety, or she was just a little bit stressed out and worried. And here again, this shows that she was also quite young as well. So they both received page cards when I asked them how they were back then, which makes sense because it was around 15 years ago when they started dating. 15, well, okay, come on, 20, 25, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's showing here that, you know, she was young as well, but she was willing to learn, willing to explore, especially sexually with him, willing to travel, willing to do all this. So they were both curious about having a life together. It's just that they were both, you know, just immature. And actually, I don't think it's fair to say immature. I think it's more fair to just say that they were young. That's it. So what she's like now, she works too hard. That's what's happening with her right now. I don't know what she's doing with her life, if she only models or if she has like a brand of her own or something like that. But whatever she's doing, it looks like she's working a little bit too much, and that it looks like her children, I don't know how many kids she has, but it looks like her children wants her to spend more time with them. And I also feel like I'm gonna ask, but I feel like she is into like some sort of magic stuff. So, you know, let me ask before I make that assertion or assertion. I'm sorry, I got it mixed up with dissertation. First, let's ask, what's your shadow side, Gisele? She doesn't have much, but again, this sort of stress or anxiety shows up with her over and over again, and she worries. She's worried about her marriage. She's worried about her marriage. She worries about the future of her marriage quite a bit. She's anxious. Well, she's anxious about that in general, about love. Interesting. Interesting. Look at this. Look at this. So her shadow side, like I said previously, it doesn't really show much about her. It just shows me what she's working on. And I feel like, I mean, for a lot of people, especially if you have an attachment injury from when you were a child, we worry about the integrity of our relationships quite a bit. And for her, she worries about it a lot. It seems like back then when she was with Leo, she would become afraid, like, is he cheating on me? Is he going to leave me? What's going to happen? So then she would turn to this Queen of Swords energy, which is, someone who doesn't take any shit. Whenever she would feel insecure about her relationship with Leo, she would sort of boss up a little bit and kind of take charge. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that sometimes with some people, that's actually going to drive them further away. And this Queen of Swords energy, this is somebody who, if you stay in this energy for long, you're going to turn off people. And that's not just, your relationships, but it's people around you, your friends, your coworkers. It can be a turn off if you're in this energy all the time. Especially if it's like a close relationship. So it looks like whenever she would become insecure about the relationship, that's how she would respond. These days, she's changed it up, which is a good thing. She responds with love, but it still worries her. She's still thinking, what if he leaves me? Is he cheating? What's going to happen? What's going to rock our relationship? So this is something that causes her anxiety. It's very worrying for her. She's always worrying about the future of her relationships all the time, especially love. So that would be her husband, Tom. However, because I kind of have a feeling about her that she deals in the magical arts, and I did ask about it. So I do have that she can be greedy. So again, this Queen of Swords, this is someone who knows what they want, how they want it, for how long, exactly. Like, they're very particular, and they are not afraid to say, this is what I want. But again, I just feel that she has a tendency to fall back on this energy, and it's showing me, because it's right on top of this Queen of Swords, it's showing me that she can be kind of bossy, kind of greedy, kind of like, I want this, I want that, give it to me. Again, it's not showing up as like supremely negative, but it's just like, this is how she can be. So when I asked about, like this magic stuff or whatever, because I can see it from her that she's involved some way. I don't think that she does spells herself, but I do think that she has participated in some. So it's possible that she paid someone, or she deals with a group of people. Y'all, like, you want to know what I think that is? She doesn't want me to spill her tea. That's what I think that is, because there is no reason why all these police officers out here honking left and right. Anyway, so I feel like she works with, or has worked with, a group of people. So maybe like rituals or group rituals or something. It's a group. I don't think she's doing it herself. But she pays a group, or I don't know, a coven, like whatever you want to call them, to get her way. So she requests a lot. She wants a lot. And when I asked if she put a spell on Leo, I don't see that it was direct, but it feels like to me that he felt like he didn't know which way was up and which way was down. I'll ask them both how they felt about the relationship, but it's almost like he didn't know which way was up, which way was down. He didn't know what to choose. It almost feels like he felt like something was forced upon him. So I feel like he loved her, but there was definitely some magical manipulation going on here that he I don't think he knew how to deal with it. And then here, the moon is one of my signs of someone being under a spell, guys. So listen, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, I'm not saying that, she's a black magic lady, but I'm just saying that there's something up with her. There's something up with her. All right. All right, guys, so let's look at this relationship in more detail. Like, look at the emotional dynamic between them. And usually, you guys know that whenever I look at the past, I use a specific deck. It's called a Considerate Cat, but for whatever reason, I cannot find this deck. This is the only one I can find today, besides my original Rider-Waite-Smith and my Shadow deck. And the fact that I can't find that one tells me that there was just something strange going on in this relationship. Okay, so, and I will use Rider-Waite-Smith if these aren't clear enough. So, let's see. These two past energies are easy to pick up on. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's make heads and tails out of this. I can already see it. Okay, so here's this. Here's this. Trying to see. Okay. So then, here's this. Oh, this is lovely. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Yeah, guys. Guys, oh gosh. This is so messed up. So okay, so let me move her cards over here. I'll talk about him first and bring his to the forefront. So I asked him how did he feel in relationship with Gisele and how did he feel about her. This isn't good. This isn't good. First of all, so you remember how earlier I said that I didn't really see any cheating, but I can ask them directly. Oh, totally. He cheated on her. Totally. So first, he started off as a knight in shining armor. So I think there is part of him that wants to be that for the women that he dates. However, this Knight of Cups energy, it's lovely in a romantic relationship. It just shows that someone is highly romantic. They're in touch with their feelings, which makes sense. Our dear fellow Leo is a Scorpio. However, sometimes this Knight of Cups can be a bit of a lover boy. So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the novel Don Quixote, but he was a highly romantic person, but also delusional as well. So he would just run off, any new woman he saw, or any windmill he saw, he would go chasing after it as if it was the next adventure. That's kind of how Leo came across back then. And he kind of still has some of this energy, okay? And here, again, Eight of Wands. He was in love. We saw this earlier, that there were feelings there. He did have nice feelings for her. And normally the Eight of Wands, people see it as communication, but really traditionally it's called the arrows of love. So there were sparks there. And again, I have my feeling about this, and it's coming out. However, here's the Three of Swords. Here's the Seven of Swords. Cheater, cheater, bow beater, banana fan, a full feeder. Listen, I mean, he could have seen somebody else while they were on break, but this is telling me that he was not honest with her. He wasn't honest with her. So it seemed like the loving feelings were there, but they just didn't last. And when I asked, how did he feel about her? Again, the Seven of Cups. Listen, I'm telling you, she put a love spell on him. Or maybe there was like some sort of glamour or some shit around her. I'm so sorry for cursing so much. Maybe there was some sort of glamour around her, or she has gotten work done in the past and he was attracted to that, because it seems like there was love there, or there were feelings there, but it fizzled out, and then he was just in the relationship. And it felt like because when I was asking about his personality while he was with her, it felt like he felt like something was impressed upon him. And this Seven of Cups, this is someone who, like, look, can you guys see this? Again, this is someone else's power being pressed upon a man at the bottom, and the man at the bottom, he doesn't know what to do. It feels like he can't escape. So he just decided to leave. So listen, I'm telling you, look, y'all, if you guys follow me on IG, y'all know how I feel about stuff like this. If you're a witchy person, more power to you. I am as well. But when it comes to love spells, and especially doing it on a specific person, who isn't that honest, or who doesn't really want to be there, it can backfire. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, you know, she thought she could hold on to him, but it's like, no. All right, so let's go to her. So I am asking, how did she feel? Actually, let me put this over here, because I forgot the order, but it's pretty general. I mean, it's clear. It's clear what was happening. So she was much stronger than he was. I will say this: spiritually, maturity wise, relationship wise, she was much stronger than him. But I also feel like she felt much more than he did, because listen, the Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Chariot. She was in love with him. Deeply in love. Look at this, Lovers. Look at how beautiful this is. If I can focus on it, look at how beautiful that is. She felt like he was her soulmate. That's the same thing with Camila. They all feel like this is the one for them. Then you have the three of Cups, which is usually a card of friendship, of good times. But this is a highly romantic deck, so you know, she felt inspired. She felt like the heavens brought him to her. Then you have the Queen of Cups, which is, you know, the lady when it comes to romance and deep feelings. So she was in love with him, super love. And then you have the Chariot here, which is like Cinderella's chariot. So again, she felt like he was her knight in shining armor, but eventually, you know, she started to feel lukewarm. This is the Two of Pentacles. She started to feel lukewarm and a little bit lost. So, and I'm sure that this is the result of her finding out that he cheated on her, or he was seeing somebody else while they were on break. I don't believe in that break shit when it comes to relationships, but no, she was 100% in love. I want somebody to have these cards for me because this is someone who is all in, someone who feels like they're your match. And that's how she felt. Oh gosh. So then finally, I asked very briefly what brought them together and what drove them apart. Like, this is, I mean, come on. Like, you don't even have to be a tarot reader to figure this BS out. So they were curious. I feel like he approached her. And again, it's showing youthfulness. You know, he approached her. He was young, he was immature, emotionally, a player as well. So the Page of Cups is it's a really nice card to get, especially when you're just meeting someone. But it can also suggest that someone, you know, they're interested, but maybe they're not that serious. So they got together as sort of like, you know, a flirtation type of thing, an interest. Maybe both of them didn't think that it would last that long, but it did. 6 years off and on. And what brought them apart? The devil. The devil. So, I mean, this could be toxic relationships, obsession, addictions, sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, addiction to each other, addiction to drama, anything like that. Materialism as well. Again, at the beginning of the reading, I said in some way, he felt that she was trying to force him to choose between her and his career. He was like, okay, I'll choose my career. Yeah, so the devil. So let me get more information on this, because I saw that he was cheating. So Gisele, let me ask her. Tell me more about this. What broke you guys apart? Well, she has a sharp tongue. She's similar to J-Lo. She has a sharp tongue. Listen, no, hold on. Let me ask. She wanted to get married. But he chose his work. And again, this card keeps coming up for her. Six of Swords. She wanted to get married, but he chose work instead. And again, this moon here. This moon here. Well, shit. So you know what? This is something. So I'm asking from Gisele's point of view, because she's the one who was deeply in love. But this is something. Even though she's married, she has children, her husband is super successful, and he's back in the NFL. This is something that she still thinks about every once in a while. Again, I feel like she's anxious, like socially anxious, or she holds a lot in. And she just needs to let a lot of that stuff out. But she's very anxious. She replays conversations over and over in her head. Sometimes she thinks about what things could have been like if Leo asked her to marry him. But she needs to get over that, because she's already married, you know. Do they still talk? Hell no. They don't talk. It's dead. They don't speak. And I feel like, so I think back in 2010, around inception, I think, somewhere around there, a journalist asked Leo if he was ever in love, and he said no, and he said it with his chest. I feel like that was direct shade at Gisele. Direct shade at her. If I can find that quotation, I will put it up here somewhere up here. Hi everybody, it's Moko here with a post-recording commentary, I suppose. Unfortunately, I was not able to find that interview where Leo said that he'd never been in love. All I know is I remember it was super shady towards Gisele, but I cannot find it. However, in the effort to look for that comment, I saw a relatively recent interview from Gisele where she talks about her relationship with Leo and the reason why she left him. So she says, I wouldn't be surprised, but so she says. She said that at that time she was going through a change in perspective on her life. She was living out of a suitcase, drinking, smoking, not really eating that well, and she wanted to feel more grounded. And not only that, she was having panic attacks and they were getting worse, which makes sense why I saw so much anxiety. I saw and felt so much anxiety around her and overthinking and overanalyzing. So according to her, she said the reason why they broke up is because she wanted to make a lifestyle change. She wanted to be more grounded, and he didn't. So that was the end of that. So, interesting tidbit. I didn't find what I was looking for, but I found a better answer. All right, let's get back to the reading. But no, they don't talk. But again, she thinks about him. She thinks about him. Sometimes she wants to move towards him, and this is also the Scorpio card. Sometimes she wants to move towards him, but it's sort of like, I don't know. So I think she's still holding a torch for him, a flame for him. But yeah, but like I said, he chose to be single. He chose his work over her. He didn't want to get married, and that's basically that. But let me ask one final question about these two. Guys, I am telling you, like, there is some sort of magic going on here. I don't know if she tried to hex his ass or if she tried to keep the relationship together by putting like some sort of love binding spell on his ass, but it keeps showing up here with this moon. And I feel like, I don't know, is he psychic? I have no idea, or maybe he's highly intuitive, but I feel like he knew, like, he figured out something, and he was just like, you know what? Let me get out of here. So I asked him, how does he feel about her? It's not really positive, guys. I kind of feel like, okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, I kind of feel like he thinks that she tried to baby trap him with a baby, and he was just like, yeah, no, it's not happening. But even now, I don't think that his thoughts are that positive towards her. He's still in his bag. He's just like, you tried to hold me down. You tried to get me to commit to marriage, to kids or whatever. And it feels like, so I'm talking, not just the cards, but intuitively, it feels like, her desires were pressing in on him. And he was like, I don't like this. Yeah. I mean, that's just how he feels. And for her, it kind of like, she looks back in the past with regret. Here, she looks back, and this is also the past. She looks back to the past with regret. And sometimes she does think, so here this is as well. Sometimes she does think about what their future together could have been like. So her marriage with Tom cannot be that happy. Sometimes she does think of like, what she could have done, how far she got with him. Things could have been different if I was married to Leo, the actor, instead of Tom Brady, the football guy. And again, I think 4 cards of magic have come up in this reading. I feel like if she didn't put something on him specifically, that she is just involved in some sort of alternate religion, that it's okay with magical practices or practical magic, folk magic or whatever. I feel like something like this is going on with her. And I don't know, this relationship could have been the case of someone putting a magic spell or doing magic or whatever on a person too soon in a relationship. Because she is the one who regrets, where he's just like, please. And as you saw, she was deeply in love, whereas with him, feelings were there, but he felt confused, trapped, didn't know what to do. So you know what? In the spirit of being nosy, let's see what's happening with Gisele and Tom. So here goes my big head cat. I don't know why he does this every time I'm trying to film a tarot video. Get out of here. Ooh, oh, he's big. All right. So let's see. I only want to look at this briefly because this is already a really long video. The marriage of Tom and Gisele. Yikes. Yikes. Absolutely yikes, guys. So, yikes. Yikes. Look at this. Yikes on the family. Okay, so up top, I asked what's going on with Tom, and he's showing me, you know, he's in his bag as well. He's worried about the money. There's a new opportunity. I think he said that he's unretiring from the NFL, so that's good for him. More money is coming in. And in the middle, I asked, how does he feel about Gisele? So it's a little bit complicated. So on one hand, he feels like she's everything he could ever ask for, but on the other hand, he's running so far away from her. Like people, I saw that people made jokes that, oh, he can't stand being around his wife and kids. I kind of feel like that's the truth. And actually, it's not his children, it's actually Gisele. But it looks like he's running away from his home life. I shouldn't laugh, but you know. And when I asked, how does he feel about his marriage? These are not the best cards. So again, he's running away from it. It's it kind of looks like it's devoid of love. So you know what, and again, I saw this stressing here about family life. I don't know, maybe he doesn't like family life, maybe that's what it is. So let's ask Gisele. I already asked how she's doing, so I'll just ask about the marriage and how she feels about Tom. Mess. Y'all, she's doing freaking magic, okay? She's doing freaking magic, all right? So in her mind, their marriage is strong, and I feel like she feels self-assured because she did some sort of binding spell on it. Like this is someone who is adept at what they're doing. So I don't know if this is her or if this is someone she paid to keep them together, but it is here. The High Priestess, the moon, magic done under the cover of darkness. However, when I asked her how she feels about Tom, so on her side, love is here. Love is definitely here, and I feel like she's the one who's making overtures towards him. She's trying to fix things. She's trying to make sure that things work, things stay balanced. But again, this insecurity here, the moon, this is the same card that I got for Leo. So listen, I know that people, women, heterosexual women, love to think that the man is the problem. But, homegirl, I think that you're putting love spells on men too willy-nilly, one, and two, too early. Like, get to know them first. or you know, the guy doesn't have to be famous, you know? Just ask for a practitioner to bring perfect love towards you and bind debt. You know, because it's showing here that she's dissatisfied. She's dissatisfied and she's trying to bring love back into the situation. I don't know if it's going to help. And okay, this is sad. This is sad. You know, let's ask, will things get better? I am not invested in this relationship, but I wonder, will things get better for the Brady family? Let's see. Well, look, Leo is still on her mind. She's still thinking about him. I mean, he's a good dad. Tom Brady, he's a good dad, but he's no good. He's no good. I feel like they are thinking as a family that another child may fix things, but that's probably not the best way to go. So you know what? So this is a jumping off point. They are not my clients. Normally I don't ask for advice for celebrities, but if any of you guys are watching this and you're going through a similar thing, I'm going to ask for advice. The advice is to walk away. Damn. It looks like focusing on children. It looks like they're going to try hard to focus on the family, to focus on children, to try to bring love back into it, to bring spice back. But like the passion is gone. The passion is gone. So if any of you are in this type of situation, do not bring another child into it. Please don't do that. They're saying that if you feel like the passion is gone, don't put any spells on it. Don't try to trap somebody with a baby. Just walk away. All right, guys. I tried to make this positive, but these people and their messy relationships. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. If you would like a personal reading, just go to my website at www.tarotbymoko.com. Here I describe my services, my about section, and if you scroll down, I have another blurb about me, as well as where you can enter your name and email address to sign up for the newsletter for 10% off. And if you don't feel comfortable purchasing from my website, you can always visit the Etsy site under the same name, Tarot by Moko. And I have the same readings that I have on my website. So here I have categories on the website: general, future forecast, love and relationships, as well as personal growth. And personal growth is my favorite category because I have so many things like psychic development, how do people see you, life purpose, shadow work, things like that. And in general inquiries, I have 1 year ahead, 6 months ahead, general questions, new year, new you. And the actual popular one in this section is 45-minute chat, where we discuss whatever you want to discuss for 45 minutes straight on Zoom, Google Hangouts, Skype, or wherever you prefer. And my most popular here is love and relationships, where I talk about who's coming into your life next, how does your crush feel about you, no contact, all that stuff. I even have sugar daddies. So if you would like a personal reading, just visit my website. Again, it's www.tarotbymoko.com. And if you prefer Etsy, I'm on Etsy as well. All right, bye guys. I wanna take shots with you.